Coming back to Sydney for the third year of university has felt different. The first time I took that plane ride, I was so uncertain of what the future held. I had no clue what to expect, who I was going to become, and what life had in store for me. This time around, it was different. I feel like I finally get it. So this is what university is. This is how life works. Obviously, there's still so many things I don't know, but in a way that's hard to explain, everything seems to make a bit more sense now.
What was the highlight of your experience? I think honestly, like meeting people. I just started today. First day. Yeah, it feels good to be back, I guess.
The past 2 weeks in Sydney have passed by in a blur, and above everything, I am grateful for the friends I've made here and the people I have in my life. From the friend waiting to pick me up from the airport with a welcome back sign, to the ones I feel comfortable messaging at any time for any reason, the people I have in my life are important to me, and I don't ever want to lose sight of that.
If I'm in London by December when it's at Christmas time, just got some plane over to Venice, see the family for Christmas, and then
Look at her foot. Hello, can you hear me? Cool, perfect. How are you today? Can you try and explain to me what's going on here? I feel like I finally got in that uni experience I've wanted to for so long. In my head, I always saw uni in snippets of playing cards in your dorm room with friends or talking late into the night about boys and other problems. It took 2 years, but at least for the past 2 weeks, during those movie nights and late night talks, I thought to myself, this is it. This is what you've been looking for. Today I am starting a new internship or a new volunteering position at the local community radio. I'm excited for that, a little bit nervous. I've heard that it can be quite a stressful role, but I think that if it's stressful, it probably means that I'll get to learn a lot. Something that's kind of been on my mind in regards to, doing these internships and trying to get experience in the industry is that I'm taking on another unpaid position. I left sort of a paid video editing role so that I could pursue more journalism relevant opportunities, and that means that I'm taking on unpaid positions again, which is really annoying, and it sucks because it means that it's so much harder for people who, you know, don't have the time to do unpaid internships because they need to work, because they need to pay their rent, because they need to pay for their food, etc., to get into the industry. And obviously I'm super lucky and privileged in the sense that I have the freedom to be able to take on these unpaid opportunities, but it's just, I don't know, it's just a problem, I guess, within the media industry. But it's also because of the high level of competition, and it's like, what are you supposed to do about that? Once upon a time, I feel like I would have taken on any opportunity that paid, any like minimum wage job. I worked part-time throughout most of high school, and like back in the days, I was just so desperate to do anything. Like anyone who would pay me anything, I would take on the job. I was like waitressing, retail, tutoring, and like I even applied for a data entry job, which in retrospect I would have hated so much. I was in this mentality of like, I need to take anything I can get, whereas now it's almost more like, I have some degree of freedom to choose what opportunities I actually want to take, and also I'm starting to prioritize the skills I can learn and the experience I can get rather than simply pay, which yeah, in a way is a really nice position to be in. I don't know, pay is still something to consider, obviously. And the thing about unpaid internships is that you should be able to learn from them. According to the lecturers in my course, it should be an opportunity that gives very relevant experience. So yeah, hoping that it does, but I guess we'll find out today when I go into the community radio.
Cheese. This is a quesadilla. It's just
Like, I feel like it's completely different. So my practicing eating anyway now. Very easy. So I get like chicken.
Recently, I've been trying to articulate this feeling I have. I'm not sure exactly how to explain it and what words to use, but essentially I think I'm growing up. The world used to feel more confusing, like everyone around me knew the secret to living, but I didn't. It felt like everyone else had it all figured out while I was kept out of the loop. These days, I don't think anyone really has it figured out. I used to know this, but now I believe it too. I don't take things at face value so much anymore. The world used to feel so rigid and inflexible, full of rules that I had to follow. This is the way things are, and this is the way things will be. But if no one really knows the right answer to everything, then isn't the world so much softer and more malleable than it seems? It means I can poke and prod at the edges, question what other people say, and not accept everything for what it is.
That's a terrible shot.
It's very ASMR-y.
You gotta slice it slowly.
Oh, okay. Oh, because if you yes. That look quite aesthetic.
Kind of shiny, but kind of black.
Mm-hmm.
Layer. You can't hurt yourself with it.
Yeah, oh, I'm happy for you. It sounds like, yeah, like so many things have like, and just things like fallen into place for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want you to stay.
Where are we? Oh my god! Holy what the actual hit. Oh, I actually can't. I actually can't. I literally cannot. I cannot.
They say she's in the class 18, stuck in her daydream. This way since 18, then the effect. Inside is pain as you just be. I won't ever let you go. My first daughter was born, and the song that was playing when my second daughter was born. Whenever I hear those songs, I'm taken back instantly to the delivery room. The song that was playing when me and my wife had our first dance. When I hear that, it takes me directly back to that time. And there's the times I've been at funerals where songs are played. When I hear those songs, it takes me right back to that time. And you kind of like, I realise how important songs are to frame moments. And what I'm trying to say is, like, I really am honoured when you guys share stories and you guys say this song means this to me because of this, and this song means this to me because of this. And I know that everyone in this stadium tonight has stories about all of my songs, and not like big. Some of you will have really like deep, big stories, but some of you will just be like, I heard the A-Team in the car once with my friend and we really liked it. And like, that's awesome as well. Like, there's just all these kind of like stories all connected to songs. But the reason I'm saying this is this next song I'm going to play you, I wrote back in 2015, and there's only been a couple of times in my career where you're writing a song and you get goosebumps and you go, I think this one's really good. And it happened with this song, but I had no idea that it would go on to become what it is. I'll say it's my favourite song that I've ever written, and I know that everyone here tonight has some form of story for it. So this is for every single one of you. I found a love for me. Your heart is all I own, and in your eyes you're holding mine. Baby, I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, listening to our favorite song. When you said you looked a mess, I whispered underneath my breath, darling, you look perfect tonight. Saturday morning is fading, the sun's reflected by the car.
Last night I went to the Ed Sheeran concert and now I am suffering from post-concert depression. Isn't music just so beautiful though? Its ability to evoke and connect and unite. Something about Castle on the Hill really hit different last night. I don't know what it was, but in that moment, I really was transported back to long New Zealand summers, looking out the window on a road trip to some countryside town. When he played Perfect, I wondered what 86,000 memories were playing in people's minds. In those moments, the world really does feel a little bit magical and worth living for.
Be